Hi guys, welcome to my channel. How are we doing today? I am making some sublimation mugs and figured I would share it with you guys. I'm going to make a couple of Christmas ones. And this one here that I'm going to do first is going to be the Disney. It's Annie Tay's design. It's really cute Christmas treats. And then I added the Merry Christmas onto it. And then another one that I'm going to do, I'm sending to the printer right now, and that is going to be a photo mug. Trying to get it sent to the printer right now. But I have, I'm actually drinking out of the way. And this isn't going to be a very long video. I just wanted to show you. So I have my Cricut. I have the coffee mugs. Two of them. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to make two of them real fast. Real fast. It's going to be pretty quick. My turn. It's going to be pretty quick if the printer cooperates with me. Network, go preferences, go more options, get rid of high speed. Click mirror image. That way, if there's any writing, go back to the main and make sure my paper is the right paper. I think that's everything. And say, okay. And it should print. Click print, though, Linda. Okay. Sorry. So, while I'm waiting on that to print, let me get the YouTube open on my computer so I can see if anybody joins and so I can share this with everybody. How's everybody doing today? Doing okay? If you were watching the replay, hello. If you're not, hello anyway. If you're new here, why don't you go ahead and actually, I think it's that side of the screen. Click the little subscribe button down there if you're not subscribed already. I appreciate that. It helps me out. It helps this channel out. And you click that little notification bell, and it will notify you when I upload new videos. And I should be able to start actually editing some videos again here soon. So some of my videos, like card making, are going to be shorter again. And yeah, let's get this posted to Facebook. Okay, so that's to Facebook. The photo mug image is being printed, and then we have this Disney one that we're going to put on the mug. We're going to turn the heat press on so it can be heating up while we're wrapping the mug. And I'm just using, I'm just using a regular, oh, that's too bright light. You can't see the mug press that way. I was going to show you the mug press, but it's just a regular old little cup mug press. It's not one of the big 5-in-1s or anything. One day I'll have that one. But for now, it's just a mug press. So that's got to heat up to 400 degrees. And then we're going to take a mug and we are going to say, okay, Linda, where's your lint roller? Eat my lint roller. Where's my lint roller? Where's my lint roller? Oh no. You gotta every video. I'm telling you, I'm changing the name. That's it. I think this is final. I'm changing the name of my channel. I'm changing it to Miss Technical Difficulty. Crafting through difficulties or something to that degree, because there's always something. I thought I had everything set. I thought everything was ready, and it's usually right here. But it isn't there. It had to have fallen, but where would it have gone once it fell? It's nowhere for it to roll to. My dog is laying on it. Easy. Well, you know what? We're crafters. We're crafty. We can figure this out. We don't need that old stinky lint roller. Yes, we do. Yes, we do, but I don't think I've got enough tape for this. But since I don't know where my lint roller is, I'm just going to take this tape and I'm just going to just make sure there's no lint and stuff on here. And it just came out of the thing, so there really shouldn't be any, but you don't want to take that chance. I'm just taking a piece of tape. Because it's the same thing as what a lint roller would do. All right. So that's all cleaned out. That got in there. Okay. So we got that one done. Now let's wrap our mug. So I've got this, and I'm going to lay it down on I wish I could turn you guys up so you could see. I'm going to lay it on this down so that the words are going to meet up. But I can't do it straight, holding it in the air, so I have to lay it down flat. But I wanted to show you what I'm doing. So, okay, make sure the mug is straight. Make sure the image, I think I made this on a bigger size layout than what my cup is. I think I used the wrong layout for this. So that means I'm going to have to trim it, because if I don't, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to get ghosting on it, and I don't want no ghosting. Let's trim that down. Sorry about the beeping, but that's telling me that it's ready. Let's trim this down a little. Playing with my trimmer over here because it all right, we're going to trim that a little bit off there, and we should a little bit more than that. There we go. And then we're going to trim a little bit more off this side also. All right. Now it should fit just fine. I didn't do my measurements right inside Cricut when I designed it, I guess. I used, they have templates in just Cricut Design Space. And I guess I used the big mug one. So here's our mug. Let's try this again. And we don't want it to be cut off. I got a feeling I'm going to end up ghosting on here. But okay. There we are. Now we got to tape it down. So I'm using heat resistant tape. Or heat tape, you know. They have different colors. Like Cricket's is like a blue, a clear blue. And this one I got off of Amazon. If you buy it off of Amazon, be careful of the size, because you could end up with this little kind. And that's a pain in the butt to use. This one's easier. Handy dandy little scissors here. So I can tape this down. But you got to tape it down real tight. Now, I know you guys have watched me make mugs before. And if you haven't, I'm sorry I'm slow at everything I do. All right, that's further on that way than it is on that way. So we got to fix that. Scooch our mug over just a little. Let's scooch it over this way. There we go. Oh, now it's too far that way. That's why you need to make sure you use the correct template. Well, if it, I'm just worried. I want the words to show up properly. That's what I want. I want the words to be proper. Okay, there we go. And is it going to be straight? I do believe so. Okay. So we got our tape. We're going to cut some more tape. And yes, I'm going to use a lot of tape. That ensures that none of the ink, so what sublimation is the ink turns to a gas. And then you have to have a certain mug. You can't just use a dollar store mug or any of that. You have to have a certain mug, type of mug, that the ink will infuse with, because the ink becomes part of the mug. Part of, yeah. And then we're going to trim this down. Just going to trim this off. And we're going to trim it off here. Make sure there's no bubbles in there. Make sure it's nice and tight. No bubbles. When you got bubbles, you got troubles. That's what my kid's father always said. All right, now we're going to go around the top and the bottom, and we're going to tape that. And we're going to say, fingers work for us today. And if you're interested in purchasing a mug from me, they're $10 a piece plus shipping and handling. And I know some people are like, well, that's kind of expensive for a mug, but you'll get that personalization, you know, of the mug being how you want it, not how the store wants it. Yes, you can go to the dollar store and buy a mug way cheaper, but you can't have your kid's photo on it. You can't have 2 or 3 photos on it. And I only put 1 photo on the photo mug that I'm going to be making, and then I put something else on. But I only did it because I just wanted to show that you can do it. You know, our imagination is our limit right now with these mugs. And then we also have, I have mouse pads that I can do. Not really sure how much. I think mouse pads are only going to be like $6. I think that's plus shipping. Unless you order like a mug and a mouse pad, then the shipping would be included. You know, it would be all one package. So then it would be $16 for a mug and a mouse pad, personalized. Now let's tape this bottom up. And we want to make sure it's tight. See, I'm getting a bubble now when I do this. That's not. I want no bubbles. When you get bubbles, you get trouble. There we go. All right. And the reason I cut my tape like that is so that it's not giving us a hard. That way I can see what needs. Just because that's the way you do it when you're sewing. You cut your circle so that it lays down properly. So that's what I'm doing. You know, so the tape is laying over on itself, and it's not. It just doesn't seem like it's. All right. And that's taped up good, and then we're going to get You can use butcher paper. I use copy paper when I'm too lazy to hunt down my butcher paper. Or when I'm doing a video that I promised everybody I would not be a 2-hour video. I promise this one will not be 2 hours. Once we get this one into the press over there, 160 seconds from that time, this mug will be done. And we're about to put it in over there. And then we'll start on the other mug while we're doing that. This is what takes the longest part. The designing of it, but I already designed these, so you didn't have to sit through that. I have some other videos on my channel here where I design. Right, let's see if you can see the mug press there. There, you can see it right here. So I'm putting this into the mug press. For some reason there's a box in the way. I don't know why. Putting this into the mug press. I really am, y'all. Really am. I always work this way. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time doing it. You can't see on that one of the papers catch. There we go. So we got that into the mug press. Make sure that's in the middle before you close it down. Close it down. Make sure it's good and tight on there. And then press enter. And we'll have 180 seconds on the clock. I don't know if you can see that or not. See? All right. Then we're going to come back over here. And we're going to fix up, prepare our other mug. So now we have printed out the other one. And we're going to trim it up and get it on the other mug. Trimming that. And when you do Cricut print and cut, it will put this black line around it. Cut that off. Don't leave that on there because that will give you a black line on your project. Make sure that comes off. That'll be the sublimation ink also. You don't want that black line on there. Try not to touch the image if it just come out of the printer too much because you don't want fingerprints all over it. Try not to handle it too much because you don't want your fingerprints in there. It looks like there's something. And we'll find out when I make the mug. Oh, I'm going to do this without touching it. I'm just going to cut it with scissors because you know what? This trimmer without the handle on it is giving me a hard time. So I'm just going to come up here and trim this off with my scissors. I was trying not to handle it too much is what I was trying to do, but it's like my ink kind of, it's probably from my fingers. Okay. Because it's a lot of ink when you do a solid color like that. Oh, our mug is done. Let's get that out of the press real quick. that can be cooling off while we're putting this other stuff on the mug. One way to know that your image is done, you see how you can see the ink coming through now? It's one way you know that it's on there. Let's just hope it's on there correctly. Okay, let's get a piece of tape since we don't know where our fold this tape over like that on our two fingers, and we're just gonna all we're doing is just making sure there's no lint on it. We don't want it. You'll get blue spots and stuff if you have lint where the ink goes, especially on a t-shirt. T-shirt, it'll show up real bad as the spots. All right, let's put this mug on here. Now this one is the right template size. That edge, that bottom line, right up to that edge. Let's make sure we got that right. Let's see. Go over more. And there we go. Yeah, see the difference? See how it lined up better? It's because I used the correct template. Yeah, lay that down like that. Get me some tape. And yes, if you wanted to reuse the tape, you could, but I don't, just in case any ink has slipped out. I don't want to transfer ink because just because it's heat resistant doesn't mean that the heat doesn't go through and work on. All right, tape, what'd you do, Linda? Take that down and then make sure this is tight. Make sure it's good and tight and it's straight. Once it's not, there we go. Tape. So frustrating. I used to be really well, I used to be coordinated so good. I don't know, my fingers don't like to work anymore. They don't like to. All right. Now we're going to trim that up around the edges on that also. Guys, if you're liking this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you're not new here and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And leave a comment in the comment section for me because it tells analytics that you like my channel and you would like to see more, and it would show it in the feed for others that other people might like it. So let's get another piece of copy paper. I use 2 pieces of copy paper. Just wrap that up in there. I'm going to tape this one down because the other one was a pain in the butt. Now I'll reuse this tape. Well, maybe I will. Kind of. Should take a little piece of this tape and stick it right there. I'm going to take this and wrap it tight. Make sure it's tight. We're just going to cut this off because I want to tape it this time. And the only reason we've used this extra paper is because we want to make sure that no ink gets onto the press. Because the press sheet is not cheap. The foam that goes in the press to replace it's not cheap. And if the ink gets on it, then it can transfer to other things. We will unveil that mug there in just 1 second, as soon as we get this tape up and onto the mug. And, technical difficulties. There, we just needed a little piece just to put them together. We don't need to do like we did the last one. All right. That's part of why I had a hard time getting it into the mug, because I usually will tuck the paper in on the mug so that the thing does not grab the paper, so it'll go in there. All right, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to leave you right there. We'll let you sit right there while I put this in here. All right, get it into the press. Start the timer. Timer started on that one. And now let's look at this one that we made with Annie Tay's design that I added Merry Christmas to. If you're part of Annie Tay's membership, then you'll have access to the design too. No, I cannot share her designs, if you're curious. Okay, we're ready to reveal this bad boy. Ready? Ready? Come on, say cooperate with me. Look at that, guys. Let's do it this way. I'm loving it. So there it is. Look at that. I love it. Oh, it's so cute. The little cupcakey thingy. Isn't that cute? That'd be a good way to tell your kids, you know, hot cocoa on Christmas Eve, and they give them a Christmas gift on Christmas Eve, make them little mugs like this, and tell them there's their first souvenir from Christmas. A good way to tell them you're taking them to Disney World as one of their Christmas gifts. I think so. I think that'd be a cute idea. I know every Christmas Eve, me and my children would have hot cocoa and read "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" until they got too old and started fighting me on it. But we would do that. We would have hot cocoa, and I'd read the story to them. And little mugs like that would have been adorable for them, especially the Christmas that I took them to Disney World. Oh, I miss those days. So we got 45 seconds to the last mug. I really do like this. And I want to show you, if you look on this side right here, you see that straight line right there? It's nice and straight cut off. But this side, it doesn't look bad. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's not quite a straight edge. And that's because it was just a tad bit too big on that side. And where the press that I put it in, the thing that holds it, there's nothing there pushing pressure and heat on it. That's where it stops. 2, 1, 0. We should be beeping. Turn that off. And ta-da! We have another mug. I should be wearing my Mickey ears that I made when I made that. So about gonna have a holly jolly Christmas. Ooh, this is hot. We're gonna go ahead and reveal this one now. Maybe I kept this within a decent time frame, this video. That would be cool, right? All right, we have to take off the first layer of paper, which is extremely hot. Oh, I didn't tape the top and the bottom, y'all. Pray that it didn't ghost. I forgot to do that. Oh, let's hope it didn't mess it up. And let's hope it turned out all right. All right, you guys ready? Are you ready? Ready, Freddy? Ready? Okay, here we go. Here we go into the wild blue yonder. Do, 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 do. And then I just put Santa Claus on the other side. Slime over the town. But there's me and my children, my grown-ups. That's my Merry Christmas mug. Nice, bright, beautiful colors. I could have made it a little bigger, but I like it. See? Trying to show you with better lighting. See? There you go. Right. Put it in the camera, Linda. I like it. I like it a lot. Now on Christmas, I can have coffee with my children. And they can have hot cocoa in their mug. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and hit subscribe. And tell me in the comment what more you want to say, what other ideas of things you like to see on my channel. I do the card making. I do the sublimation. Sometimes I paint and do paper crafting. I do an array of things, and I know they say you're supposed to have a niche, but a lot of us crafters don't just stick with one thing. We do a lot of different things. And I want to build a small community here, you know, of crafters, not just card makers or just painters. Or I want us all together doing all kinds of crafts, you know, like so I can be sitting here doing something sublimation. You could be over there doing your card making, and we can be talking back and forth and having a grand old time together, even though we're not in the same room. So, all right, guys, have a great day. So long, farewell, la 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 la.